This is Alexander Madison, running back for the Minnesota Vikings, and you're listening to the LCC Network.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Commissioner's Clubhouse and the LCC Network for Week 10, Part 2 for our game day and all of our breakdowns for all 12 matchups across the Little Critters Clubhouse. And we got Isaac and Jameson on the show for another excellent episode. What's going on, y'all?
It sounds like we just did this like 10 minutes ago.
I don't think we did.
What's up, guys?
I don't think we did.
Okay.
It did feel like it was not long. It wasn't that long ago, but hey guys, Week 10 previews here. We've got the game of the week. Like usual, got any league announcements, but I don't think we have any yet, other than the rule proposals.
That's right.
Yeah, that have started this week. So there should be. Is there a thread?
There is.
Yeah, it's a message board. It's already created.
Yeah, message board thread. So make sure to get your proposals in there. Ask questions. If you see someone that has one that you want to know more about, be sure to ask before you just assume something about it. So,
or if you have one, send it to us or send a voice clip or something, and we'll be happy to play it or read what you said on here so everybody can hear it
on the podcast. Yeah, use this platform to discuss your ideas. Game of the week, guys. Are we ready for this?
The sad thing is we didn't even vote.
We didn't.
I didn't.
Who picked it? By the way,
I swear to God, it wasn't me.
It must have been Isaac. Yeah, because I got in the show doc and it was already put together. So we'll get right in here to the main event.
It's football time. Once again, it's
all right, guys. Game of the week. We would not have picked this at the beginning of the season. Patrick, Roebuck Leprechauns versus Michael, just Michael, at 5-4, 6-3, 5-4. So this is a game that two winning teams. I'm not sure there's a lot of history here between you guys, but it should be one that Michael's kind of had an up and down roller coaster type season, I think, to some degree. So I'm sure it'll be exciting at least.
I would say we both kind of had a roller coaster season times. I mean, I went like a whole month without winning a game. And then like 2 weeks ago, I don't even know if I got 250.
You still scored points. You still scored points and lost. He would either hit like 350 or hit like 180. Yeah. Like it was extreme.
That's true.
You were always usually a lot tighter, I guess, with the like 250 to 350.
So there is a little bit of history, and it dates back nearly a year ago to 2018 Week 12, where Michael decided he wasn't going to let me win my division and beat me 308 to 302 in a pretty high-scoring game, despite kind of where the trends were for both of us at the end of the year last year. And
I'm just really excited about this game. It's going to dictate a lot with Patrick, because this is going to be the game I'm going to be watching. You know,
I was about to say your
game.
I think honestly, your game's a little. I mean, we'll talk about it more in a little bit, but your game to me is a little bit more important than my game is, in terms of like how it impacts me versus how it impacts you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think he's going to win. So it's not the Michael and you. I mean, either one. If he hits, he could definitely outscore you.
Yeah, he could.
What makes you think that he wins, Isaac? Just curious.
Michael?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I think John wins. Beats me.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But you did pick Michael over Pat, right?
Yeah, because of the matchups.
Okay.
Which, you want me to just go ahead and segue right into that?
Yeah.
That's
right there.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so one, quarterbacks, he's got Russell Wilson at the 49ers and Jimmy G at Seattle. So those are great matchups across the board. Russell Wilson has just been fantastic all year. Yes, it's a good defense, but he's still a scorer. And on the Ballers podcast, they talked about Jimmy G as being a streamer this week because the Seattle Seahawks have not given up they have given up a top 12 quarterback for the past like 6 weeks, which is just ridiculous. Quarterbacks him and Patrick both have Christian McCaffrey, so those cancel out. Adam Thielen is out, so that kind of hurts him there, but he does have Emmanuel Sanders at Seattle and Robert Woods against Pittsburgh. Hopefully Robert Woods will actually get it going with Brandon Cooks being out with a concussion. He also has Golden Tate versus the Jets. Defensive-wise, they both have Blake Martinez, so two key pieces on Patrick's team they both have. So it's going to come down to the nitty-gritty players and personal matchups. And he's got Mika Fitzpatrick, Antoine Bethea, and also Everson Griffin at defensive line with Terrell Suggs against Tampa. So that's Michael's team. Patrick's team, the only people that Michael doesn't have is George Kittle, who's struggling with injuries right now. T.Y., who's already out. Dak Prescott against Minnesota. Tyler Lockett against the 49ers. Then we have Shaq Thompson against Green Bay. Joe Schobert against Buffalo. And then your DBs are pretty shaken up. I mean, Teamer was out last week. Justice Simmons is on a bye, so you're stuck with basically Gathers and Jordan Whitehead right now as your starters. And I don't know. I just like Michael's matchups this week more than the talent that you have, because you have more talent, but just personal matchups. I just think this could and should be a week where he blows up on you.
We'll see. I think the difference maker is going to be the flex position for both of us. I think my flex is going to be significantly stronger than his in some instances. But where I'm worried about him is the DB. When you talked about Bethea, I could see him getting a pick against the Jets. I could see Fitzpatrick having a very busy day against the Rams. And Terrell Suggs could easily get a sack or multiple sacks against Tampa Bay. Their offensive line hasn't been very good, so it's going to be close.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick has been phenomenal this year. 26, 44, 50. Then he had this one down game of 16, 36, 28, 38, 50. I mean, he's averaging 36 points a game, so he definitely has the advantage there with the situation that you're in with injuries and bye weeks.
Yep. It should be a good one. I'm picking Pat. I like some of the things that Pat mentioned. I like some of the. I'm not a fan of most of the matchups for Michael. We'll see what happens though. He can always come out and boom for sure. Next game, Eastside Brawlers John versus Isaac. Buck your mother, 6-3, 5-4. A lot of history here. A lot of back and forth here over the last 3 years.
Division rivals.
That's right. Isaac's got the series 5-3. If you include the postseason game from 2018, that was the divisional round. Isaac won 221-208 in a pretty low scoring game. And then they played each other in week 2 of this year, obviously. My dad won 290-235. Isaac, the last time you cracked 300 against my dad was week 5 of 2018. So it's been a minute.
Well, I mean, I'm playing twice a year, so it was just the first time I played him last year. So it's not shocking. It's not like 2016 or something. But yeah, I mean, just to segue right into the matchups, I'm losing a lot of people. I'm losing Justin Reed, Ronnie Harrison, Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, and Matt Ioannidis. Your dad's only missing Calais Campbell and Landon Collins, but those are two big pieces. So that's why I picked your dad. I just have too many holes that I'm going to lose, just key pieces that, yeah, I got some good matchups, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to pull it out, and I think your dad's going to sweep me this year.
All right, I've got Isaac. I don't think you get swept, buddy. I don't think you get swept.
I tried to plan ahead and picked up Daniel Jones against the Jets last week, so I can go ahead and have that favorable matchup.
I'm picking Eastside over Isaac in this
Thanks,
one.
Pat.
Just because, like, Isaac, sorry. I mean, I honestly think Isaac losing Ronnie Harrison and my dad losing Landon Collins kind of bounces out there. And then after that, I think
Ronnie Harrison only averages 29 points a game. He got me 8 last week. Landon Collins is averaging 36. So it's a little different.
Well,
41.
yeah,
41.
I mean,
Sorry. 29-41. They
When you
cancel
com-
each other out. You're right.
when you compare Ronnie Harrison to the 0 defensive backs you have on your roster, I think it's a big deal. Like you're gonna have to go pick someone up.
Well, I also have Tracy Walker on the IR because he hurt his neck last week and he was out. So hopefully he comes back this week and I'm able to put him back in.
Yeah. We'll see.
So you're picking East Side,
I'm
Pat?
picking East. I'm picking East Side in that.
All right. Well, that'll put him at 7-3, right on your tail for the division title.
If Patrick wins.
If Patrick wins. If he doesn't,
Yeah.
that puts John in the lead for the division title. Next game, Beg for Greg. This is BP versus Give Me More. That's myself. BP 5-4. Myself 4-5. We've played once earlier this season. BP beat me, but I like 260 something to 220 something.
272 to 220.
Okay, yeah, 272, 220. So it wasn't pretty on my end. I'll just start out here saying that I'm picking myself because I need it. The metrics are better. I need it. I need it badly. The metrics are better. The efficiency is better.
That's what she said.
I don't have that on the board right now. Sorry.
Oh.
It's not there. Here. This is.
Come on, man.
That's for me not having the sound drop.
You just got panicky.
The
Yeah,
appropriate sound drop on there. The metrics are better. The efficiency, the points for, everything says that I should be ahead of him. I can't get swept, hopefully, by VP.
Except you're losing Leonard Fournette and Jonathan Allen.
Oh well, Jonathan Allen's not a starter. He was a bye week fill-in for Dante Fowler.
Well, he's been averaging like 30 points a game.
Yeah, but he was just a guy I had for 1 week, so I'm not stressing him. Fournette does suck, but hopefully I'll find a backup. I should get Pat Mahomes back.
The last 5 weeks, Jonathan Allen 31, 34, 31, 35, 31.
Yeah, I was shocked.
He
was sitting on the waiver wire,
consistent,
just sitting there
because he missed the first 4 weeks. But yeah, I mean, I definitely could see you winning, but I don't know. I just have a gut feeling you're going to get swept and it's going to bug the hell out of you. The only people BP is losing is Zach Cunningham and Deshaun Jackson, who was placed on IR by the Eagles, so he's out for the season. But he does get Kamara against Atlanta, Marvin Jones against Chicago, and famous Jameis against the Cardinals. So, I mean, he does have some good matchups where he could score some points.
I don't like the Marvin Jones one, but the Jameis Winston one, he could definitely blow up. This is a big game, too, because if I win, I jump into first place in my division and up into the top 4 seeds. If he wins, he officially wins the division in week 10. So it's a big game. Really big game. Any final thoughts, Pat?
I'm taking BP in this one, actually. When I looked at the matchups, I looked at some of the guys you were losing and stuff. I was like, I'm going to give it a BP. Unfortunately, we'll see, though. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hopefully, for my sake. I wish it was going a lot more like it was our other league right now, but it's been a rough season in the LCC. Billy, the Detroit Bad Boys at 6-3 versus Peyton at 3-6 at Beesment Park. Billy just running over this division right now. Seems like he's in a good place. I mean, they've been rivals for a couple years now.
Yep, since they came into the league because they went to college together. So they're good buddies. So this is usually a bragging rights game. And they're in the division.
Matching tattoos, apparently.
Oh, nice.
That's what I was
matching
told.
tattoos.
But right now, their series is split 2-2. Billy won the last one in week 3 of this year, 328 to 302, a very high scoring game. And the last time was week 10, so a year ago to the day. Peyton won 333 to 306. I mean, back-to-back high-scoring games. It's pretty crazy.
Yep. And Billy, bye weeks, he's losing Malcolm Jenkins and Tom Brady, which he has Aaron Rodgers, and he has plenty of better DBs than Malcolm Jenkins anyway. So not really a loss on his part. And Peyton is only losing Miles Jack and Jonathan Joseph. Jonathan Joseph has been battling injuries anyway. So it's really just Miles Jack, and he should be fine with Roquan Smith and Bobby Wagner.
I'm picking Billy.
Pick him.
I'm
Because
picking.
you know who else?
What?
You know who I'm picking? You know who I'm picking?
Tell
I'm
us.
picking Billy.
Oh, that's different than your show doc answer here.
Really?
What?
Yeah, you said.
No, he's got Billy.
Oh, Isaac has Peyton.
I was like, wait.
Way to
Did I
spoil
miss-
my pick. Damn.
Spoil your pick. Oh, come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say it.
Haven't said it yet. Yeah, he's got Lamar Jackson against Cincinnati.
Yeah, that should
Saquon
be,
against the Jets.
that should be big.
I mean, that's what she said. Jamal Adams against the Giants. He's got Kyler Murray against Tampa. I mean, he's stacked with matchups.
I don't trust him.
And
We've said this for 3 seasons now. Peyton's the studs and the matchups and blah blah blah. I just don't trust it. He's won 3 in a row now, and I just don't trust him. So I gotta go Billy. That's the only reason why. There really isn't any sort of metrics or anything. I just can't trust Peyton.
All right, so Pat and Jameson are on the Billy train, and I'm picking Peyton. What we got next?
Choo choo.
Yeah, we got
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys?
Dirty Mike. I got 4-5, Big Os. We back 2-7 divisional game. Mike wins this game. He wins the division. Well, I don't know about Jade. Presumably he would win the division. Big Os definitely couldn't win if he lost this game to Mike. Not a lot of history here, obviously.
No.
Oh,
I'm just messing with you guys.
Well,
they played each other.
Welcome
They
to our
played each other.
award-winning podcast, where we provide the most detailed, in-depth analysis of our league history here.
No, they played each other week 2 of this year. We back. Big Os won 329 to 264. Man, how things have changed for Big Os. Man, that was the good days.
Yep.
That was the good days.
The good old
Back
days.
Yep. Now one team is on a 3-game winning streak. Actually, both teams are on a 3-game losing streak. Unfortunately, one of them. I mean, if you think about this, Big Os is done if he loses now. I got 100% just totally out of it, like you
It's
said.
crazy how he's still in it at 2-7.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
still hanging around.
In that division. You're always alive at 2-7 in the Elite 12. What are they? The North? The East? I forgot. Whatever they are, you're always alive at 2-7.
All right, bye weeks. Dirty Mike is missing Benarjit McKinney and Philip Lindsay, and Big Oz is only missing Rodney McLeod. So not really many severe bye weeks there. So it should come down to just pure talent, and apparently we're unanimous with Mike winning this game.
Yep. Mike's got it.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Yeah.
The third leg, Charles, 5-4, Mr. 400, the only guy to score 400, broke the record this season against Cameron at 4-5. The Spurs. Have they played each other, Patrick? If you say no, question mark?
Yes, they have played. No, no, but sorry, hang on. I just my
Okay,
browser was
bye
refreshed
weeks
on me.
real
Damn it.
quick. Cameron is losing some pretty big players, Joy Edelman and Alshon Jeffrey and Jordan Howard. So he's losing his wide receivers. He's going to have to start Curtis Samuel and Evan Ingram. So that's going to suck for him.
That really didn't feel like that
And,
much of a downgrade, though, to me.
What? Joy and Edelman?
Julian Edelman. No, I mean, Edelman's been solid, but, I mean, losing Jeffrey.
But Alshon Jeffrey, you would rather have Curtis Samuel than Alshon Jeffrey?
I think.
Panthers fan biased aside?
No, I think so, depending on the week. I mean, Curtis Samuel's not been bad, and he can boom. I mean, Jeffrey can boom, too. They're pretty similar, I think, in their fantasy output. I don't know. I mean, against the Packers, well, they should be throwing the ball a lot. Anyway, that's neither here nor
Go
there.
get the volume. It's just whether or not he produces.
All right, so back to Charles. Charles is losing Leonard Fournette, Philip Lindsay, Cortland Sutton, and Tyshawn Gibson. So he's going to have to do some patchwork at running back. He does have Dalvin Cook, so he does have a starter, but he's got to figure out what he's going to do with his flex. As of right now, he is starting 3 defensive ends for both his flex. Joey Bosa against Oakland, TJ against the Rams, TJ Watt, that is, and Shaq Barrett against the Cardinals.
And we've all got Charles. Unanimous.
Yep, unanimous again.
Unanimous.
Yep. By the way, they have played each other once before. Week 4, 2015. Cameron won 181 to 158.
Charles, this is your chance, Mr. 400. Put it on him. Colby versus Tyler. In all seriousness, guys, I'm not even joking here. Can we just say Colby and move on? Like, do we really have to dive into? Do we even have to pretend shit that this is going to be a close game? Are we just wasting everybody's time to sit here and dissect it?
I was really gonna say the same thing. I mean, what do you want me to break down? I mean, does it matter if bye weeks?
It doesn't matter. Colby's team will be on a bye week, and he'd still beat Tyler. Like, we got real shit, guys.
Colby by 100.
5 years ago, Tyler pulled out an upset and won 161 to 159. You're telling me you can't do that again?
No, he can't.
Yeah.
No.
And Jameson.
Yeah.
And Jameson, while we're already on the subject of ones we shouldn't talk about, this next one is pretty much in the same ballpark.
Yeah, let's just all say Colby and move on. Mufali 3-6 versus Jade at 2-7. God, man.
Mufali, let's move on.
Yeah, no, for real though. Mufali is gonna win it.
Mufali's not been performing well though, honestly, this year. I'm not saying Jade's gonna win this, but I'm saying this could actually end up being a close game. Just
Jade is losing DJ Chark, Jamie Collins, Terry McLaurin, Todd Davis, Whitney Merciless, and Kareem Jackson.
Were any of those guys providing any kind of value to his roster?
DJ Chark is a top 5 wide receiver. Jamie Collins has been phenomenal, and Terry McLaurin.
The only things.
Good. So yeah, he's losing.
They've been up and down. And down.
And Brandon Cooks is injured.
Hunter 7-2 versus Matt at 4-5.
Next.
This kind of feels like the other games almost. I mean, Matt, he started off so hot, and he's just kind of fallen apart lately. It feels like. Hunter staying. Is that supposed to be Hunter?
Smoking. No, that was Matt at the beginning of the season. He was smoking.
Oh, at the beginning of the season. Oh, okay, smoking. Gotcha. And now he's like smothering. Right. He's like, Hunter. I mean, come on. I think we expect Hunter to win this one, right?
Well, you also got to think Matt is losing DeAndre Hopkins, Calais Campbell, Miles Jack, Cole Holcomb, Kareem Jackson, Carlos Hyde, Whitney Merciless, and Rodney Harrison. He's losing a lot of people.
Did you say Cole Holcomb?
Holcomb? He's been
That's my
solid.
boy. That's Cole Holcomb.
That's the guy who you cut to get John Bostic.
That's the guy I've cut numerous times. They get other players.
And the only people Hunter has on bye is Julian Edelman and Landon Collins.
Yep.
And Telvin Smith, if you count him, but he doesn't. Not even playing this year. So
yep.
So yeah, Hunter. We all have Hunter unanimous.
Cool. All right, Daquan 7-2 versus Jordan at 4-5. Jordan finally breaks.
You almost forgot it.
Maybe a little bit. It doesn't matter. I hit it though without pausing. Jordan, he broke his losing streak. Daquan, he's on fire. 7-2, second seed in the projected playoffs right now. Far. He's on fire. Patrick, what's the history? They've played a lot.
They played a lot, dude. They played each other 14 times in the past 10 years. 10 years, 14 times, dude. That's crazy. The last time Jordan won, I mentioned this earlier in the year, was week 5 of last season. Jordan won 323 to 241. But most recently, Daquan won week 3 of this year, 334 to 300 in a very high scoring game. Do you guys see that happening again? That kind of score?
I think can.
I mean, as far as bye weeks go, Jordan's losing Justin Reed, Zach Ertz, Sony Michelle, and Zach Cunningham. Daquan's losing Tom Brady, Terry McLaurin, Matt Ioannidis, and that's it. So, I mean, it's possible. I mean, Jordan Hicks against Tampa is a pretty good play for Daquan. So,
Cameron Jordan against Atlanta, I think that's a good play too for Daquan to fill in for Ioannidis.
Yep. And then you also have to think Jordan lost Quan Alexander too. Yep. So he lost 2 linebackers next week, but he does have Deion Jones against the Saints, which should be solid play. And he also lost T.Y. Hilton.
Yep. I got
So,
Daquan in a close one.
Yeah.
I think it's really close this time, but I've got Daquan.
Actually,
I'm actually going Jordan in this.
yeah, me and Patrick going Jordan.
Yeah, that's fair. I could see either way. They both got bye weeks. They both got good matchups, bad matchups. I could see it.
It was a very close one to pick.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. This could be a very good game. A very, very good game.
you know what's not going to be a very good game? This next one.
This next one.
Slinging slasher.
At 5-4, Jordan stormed back and beat him last week versus Finkel Einhorn. A lot like some of the other games we discussed earlier. Mondo should just smack him around. Is that you like my analysis? My professional, in-depth analysis?
He's gonna smack
He's
him
gonna
around.
smack him around.
Yeah, bye weeks doesn't really have any Von Miller, Alshon Jeffrey, Miles Sanders, not really starters anyway. Finkel Einhorn is losing his starting running back in Duke Johnson, so that's going to be a big loss.
That tells you all you need to know right there. His
Damn.
starting running back in Duke Johnson.
Damn.
Well, his next play is Damian Williams against Tennessee, and I doubt he breaks the 91-yarder against them. So he's probably still going to be irrelevant as hell anyway.
No,
But he does
won't.
have Corey Peters against Tampa Bay. So
Who the fuck Corey Peters?
I don't know, dude. I don't know why he's still on the roster either.
I actually heard Corey Peters' name called in the game the other night, and I couldn't help but giggle to myself because I was like, "Who the fuck Corey Peters?"
did you do the little girlish giggle?
Yeah, my cute giggle. That's how I got my wife to marry me. In high school.
Nah, he just
Huh?
nothing.
All right, we'll move on. It's late. Mondo, we're all on that train for this week. Final game
That's what
here,
she said.
Cody for 4-5 to Steel Curtain versus Storm. The Vegetarians 3-6, a divisional game, even though they can't win their division anymore because Colby's locked it up. They're competing for a wild card. What do we got here?
Cody's losing to Sean Watson, Justin Simmons. So he's got two pretty big pieces as far as starters. Storm is losing Mohamed Sanu and Jamie Collins, James White, and DJ Chark. So
Right.
With that said, I got Cody.
Yep, me too.
Yep. I'm on board with that one.
All right.
Oh, so you gonna switch your pick?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually going Storm. No joke. I know it sounds crazy. Storm's 3-6, but he has proven, no joke, that he can break 300. I mean, not consistently, but it can happen. You know what I mean? Like, it may snow every so often in the coast of South Carolina, but you don't gamble on it. But it looks like there might be a chance of snow here. So
He's got Darius.
I'm going to go with it.
Cody has Darius Leonard against Miami. Chris Godwin against
go.
Arizona. I mean,
I don't know. I'm liking the odds. I'm feeling like I got to mix it up a little.
and he could flex Kenyon Drake against Tampa if he gets as much work as he got last week. He played, I think, 80 or 90% of the snaps last week in his first game, and he was phenomenal for the Cardinals.
Yep. Against a good defense.
Yep.
All right. Well, we've got Cody. Patrick is standing alone in the Storm, voting for Storm in this game. So we'll see what happens. Guys, we're done.
Pun intended. Pun intended.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's late, but I'm not dead. I'm still here making bad puns. Guys, that's
giggling.
it. We're done for week 10. We'll see you in week 11. Good luck in week 10. We'll do a little more playoff discussion next week. We're excited to see how it shapes out. And for those of you who are in close games, good luck. And for those of you who aren't, 2020 is not far away. So good luck.
Peace up. A-Town.